Coming to you from the game closet is me. Hey, finally back and in my game closet to do today's video. Want to show you some super awesome things I've picked up and tell you about probably one of my most favorite games I just recently completed. And look at my super cool shirt I got. Yeah. This is an artist I actually met on Twitter. He does like digital art. He does all this stuff on his computer. I'll show you a little closer there. Looks ridiculously cool. Ordered a shirt from his Redbubble store. I'm going to post a link in the description of the video below if you want to check out some of the super cool stuff. This is not a sponsored video. I'd like to shout people out when I find super cool stuff. Anyway, so for what all I've been doing, there's no excuse. Actually, there are some excuses. I'm going to give you some excuses as to why I hadn't made a video lately. I have been super duper busy, even though I've been off of work with this stay at home and this quarantine stuff. And thankfully, my job is still taking care of me. Basically, I'm sorry if you hear a lot of noises in the background because my kids are watching TV in the other room. And even though I'm in the game closet, these walls are kind of thin. But anyway, what I was trying to say was I've been really busy doing things around the house, project after project, probably busier than I am when I normally work in the store. I've redone one of our basically our steps to our house. Some of the steps we have leading up to our house had some rotten wood. We fixed that and painted it, got it cleaned up, cut the grass a couple times. That's standard stuff. Got trash out of the yard. We got a new dog as well. Won a contest for a virtual cheers with a beer company called Pretoria Fields. Really good beer called Skywater. Took a picture with me and my cat and a beer and won a contest, which is way cool. Super excited about that. That didn't necessarily keep me away from y'all though. Like I said, all these at-home projects, painting stuff, painted the shed, cleaned up the vehicles, changed the oil in the vehicle, basically anything to stay busy. I've been busy every day, and on the few days that I wasn't busy, I've been finishing up playing Shining Force. If y'all are not aware of what Shining Force is, I wasn't super aware either. I'd put basically a comment out there onto a retro game forum asking what some of the coolest Sega Genesis or Mega Drive games were, because I'd recently received my Mega SG and wanted some cool games to play. A lot of times Shining Force came up, and I'd heard things about it, but like I've told you a million times, I wasn't a big Sega boy growing up. I was more of a Nintendo guy, so I got it. And I was like, let's check this out. Let's do this first. Because I'm kind of in like a RPG kind of mood right now. And the artwork got me. And a lot of people said on the Retro Games Forever that this was one to check out. So I did. And oh my goodness. Let me tell you about it. I'm going to read the back and then tell you some things about it. The continent of Rune has slumbered in peace for 50 generations. A horde of invaders swarm across the border while a dragon that has slept for centuries stirs in its tomb. Only the king's youngest swordsman and his war party can defy the dark dragon's evil power and crush the mighty army. Whoa! So, basically, it's a tactical RPG, I guess you'd say. A lot of people, and I'm sad to say this, I've never played Fire Emblem, but a lot of people compare this to Fire Emblem, like an early Fire Emblem kind of thing. You basically got different types of characters. I don't remember the exact number, but you get several characters throughout the game. On my first playthrough of the game, I actually unlocked every single character without a walkthrough, with the exception of one. At the end of the game, I realized I was missing somebody, and I was like, no! I missed, I can't remember his name, but it was an older guy. And it's like, it's supposedly one of the strongest characters too, so I was kind of heartbroken about that. But let me tell you, the ones I did unlock, there's this werewolf guy. I think his name's Xylo. Super awesome. Who else were some of my favorites? Teo, I think is her name. She is a mage. She was really good. And a couple others. But those are my favorites. Especially never mind. There's a samurai and a ninja as well. Those are really good, but still, my werewolf guy, I had him like leveled way up there, and he was just one-hitting pretty much everything, and he can move long distance across the map. About the gameplay itself, the gameplay, the way it plays, like I said, it's like a tactical RPG. You have units, which are, characters, and you can move them in different directions, depending on the kind of character, so many spaces, depending on their stats too. When you level up, of course, it levels up your HP, your MP, your strength, all that good stuff, your speed. And you get different weapons. You can find different weapons. There are a few like secret weapons and that kind of thing. And when you move these characters around, you take turns. It's kind of like playing chess. The other characters move their units around, and then you fight. You level up. You do a battle. You go to a town. Really cool music. Really cool pixel art. I've honestly never really experienced a game like this, and now I'm hooked. So if you guys find like complete Shining Force 2 for cheap, which that's like an impossible thing to say. It's like saying finding a Lamborghini for cheap, because these games aren't cheap. They're really good and really sought after by collectors. The box art's really good. Gameplay, super cool. So I plan on getting the rest of these in the series. I definitely want to get part 2 for the Genesis. I'd like to get the one for the Sega CD, which is even more expensive. I think it's in the $200 to $300 range, which I'm like, whoa, that's probably more than I'm gonna afford unless I hit the lotto. But I did just win that virtual Cheers contest, so I could use the money from that to buy it. Maybe not, probably not. But anyway, so some other stuff I've had going on lately. I got other super cool things I want to show you. My friend that I've gotten some pickups from in the past gave me a really good deal on a complete in-box Donkey Kong Country, and this one is like mint. I don't think this game has ever been played. He was telling me a story about basically someone had ripped the plastic off of it, not knowing the value with the plastic still on it recently. So looks really good. Of course, if you've never played Donkey Kong Country, it is a ridiculously good game. And I also picked up, in the same transaction, Final Fantasy 2. And this one is almost, well, it's got the box and the game. I do want to get the manual and the map. I think the map came with this one too. And it was funny. Like, for the Super Nintendo, I've always wanted Final Fantasy 2 and 3, and I never owned them. Literally the day before I picked this up, somebody gave me a really good deal on Facebook Marketplace on Final Fantasy 3. And it's loose without a box and stuff. And the very next day, my friend messaged me and says, "Hey, I got this." And I was like, wow. And so within like literally the day before I thought about, hey, I don't own either one of those games, the very next day I ended up owning both of them without really even trying too much. So thanks everybody. Thanks to the Facebook Marketplace, and thanks to my buddy for hooking me up with those two games. And he also sent me this as like a bonus. I got this when I was a kid. I got the Donkey Kong Country VHS. Basically, it kind of shows Donkey Kong Country when they were making it for the Super Nintendo. And at the very end of it, like in the credits, I remember at the credits, it shows like part of Killer Instinct being made for the Super Nintendo, I believe. Super hype video. Well, he sent me this one, which I did not have. It is, well, if I can get this to sit up here without falling all over. Diddy Kong Racing. I don't actually own this game right now. I used to own it, and I'm super sick because back in the day I sold all my Nintendo 64 stuff. You know, things we could have, if we would have known then, now, thing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this game was really fun. It's along the lines of like Mario Kart, but it's like Donkey Kong characters and Diddy Kong, and you actually have different types of vehicles. Like, some of them are actually aircrafts. I remember you could fly and stuff like that, which was super cool. But anyway, I'm kind of enjoying, we'll see how the audio turns out, but I kind of enjoy doing my little video in my little tiny game closet. It's pretty cozy in here. It's quiet a little bit. Earlier they were watching TV out there, and you could probably hear it some of the video. That's why I got quiet earlier and kind of blanked out on y'all. Oh, there is something else I want to show y'all. Y'all know I'm a big fan of limited run game stuff, and y'all can probably see a lot of it back there in my little display. Y'all see I finally got Turok 3 complete too, which is another hard one to get. I got all the Turoks complete with the exception of Turok 2, and I'll eventually get it. It's not right now too terribly expensive, but I have Turok 1 and 2 on the Switch remastered, and then I have Turok 1 complete in box and Turok 3 complete in box. And there's my Night Trap, which is limited run games. There's my Double Switch limited run games. I have a lot of different limited run games. I'm a big fan of those. I'm rambling now. This looks awesome. I haven't played it yet because I've been busy finishing Shining Force. Now that I've finished Shining Force, I want to say I'm going to play this game, but I'm probably not because I want to play another game on my trusty Mega SG. I want to play me another Sega Genesis game. But the game I got for the Switch is Blossom Tales. And it got this super cool little art card that came with it. So Blossom Tales, the Sleeping King. And I'm just going to kind of show you some pictures there on the back if it'll focus in on them. And this light is not the best in here, but it's not too bad either. Anyway, it's kind of looks kind of Zelda-ish, and it's a girl for the main character, a young lady, and it looks really good. I've seen some gameplay footage of it, and I've read some reviews, and all the reviews are good. Of course, this has been available on digital for a little while, I think, but I'm obviously a physical collector. So, sorry, I just bumped my camera, and it looks like I'm having an earthquake. I'm in South Georgia, and we don't have many earthquakes. Still. Anyway, how have y'all been doing? Sorry it's been so long since I've made a video. Sorry this one doesn't have my usual antics in it. I'll give y'all a little something here. Let's put on my... Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm still super excited about my shirt. That is like the coolest thing ever. I'm gonna keep an eye on that store, and like I said, I'm gonna put a link in the description of this video to the store. And if you like it and you want to order you something, let me know. My girl's already seen some stuff. My little girl's seen some stuff on there she wanted to order. She's like, that shirt looks cool. I like supporting people. I like supporting artists. It's a hard job, you know, and kind of like this YouTube thing. I'm not doing it for money, you know. I just enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun. I like communicating with people, so please, thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment, share. Even if you don't like it, tell me you don't like it. I don't really care if you don't like it, but still say hey. Be like, hey, I don't like your videos, but hey, Jonathan. And I'll be like, hey. Anyway, y'all have a good day, and y'all stay home, stay safe. Y'all quarantine like a mug. Y'all don't care what everybody say. Y'all try not to get out. You know, we get out as little as possible. And when we do get out, it's me normally that goes to the store. My wife went a couple times, but, you know, mask up, you know, sanitize, wash your hands. It's dangerous. And, you know, prayers for everybody that's affected out there. Thank y'all. Be safe. Love y'all. And thanks for watching. Bye.